I'm not sure what to say after that, but that left it quite late, but really good performance, I would have thought, and probably pleasing from your perspective that the players gave that 100% performance.
Yeah, certainly. I was obviously delighted with the result. Obviously, what happened last week probably means we still won't make the 8, unfortunately, but I thought we showed some real spirit today. They're a very good side. Newcastle are a really, really good team. I think they've gone 6 on the bounce now without losing, and top 4 team in my opinion. So I did feel the worst when we went behind a couple of times, 18-12, and then again with a drop goal. But yeah, terrific character and terrific resolute performance from everybody. And there were no bagging out there. Everybody stuck together, worked hard for each other. And okay, it could have gone either way, and I've had penalties like that go against me many, many times in my career, but in the last minute, so to get one in our favour was, I'll take it all day long.
You've just announced that it's staying with the club for next season. Did that spur the players on, or does that now give you some momentum to be able to get the players to do what you want to do?
I think, yeah. I mean, the thing is, we can plan now. It was always going to be difficult not knowing if we were going to be here, but now we are. We myself, and I say we, I mean myself, Cassie, Barney. We are a team. It gives us some stability and it gives us something to plan towards now. It was always a bit difficult with that unknown whether we were going to be here or not. But I think now it just gives us something to plan for. We've made it quite clear to the players, we've made it quite clear to them this week that they're all playing for contracts now. We know where we are. We're in that bottom 8, and we've got a competition there that potentially we could win. But on top of that, they're playing for contracts for 2018 now, and it gives me an opportunity to have a real good look at them. So I think there's a couple of things really. The poor performance from last week that they wanted to put right, the potential for contracts for 2018, and then hopefully the fact that I'm here as coach next year has spurred them on. And I thought they were really, really good today and showed some great spirit.
So what was the difference between last week and this week then? Is it just that mental attitude again? Because we know that you don't turn skill on week, really.
Yeah. That's a tough question, and a lot of the times the differences between a winning performance and a losing performance is the mental approach and the attitude. And there were probably a few things went against us last week. There were a couple of refereeing calls that didn't go our way, but that aside, I'm not sure. That there were just, I don't know, there were 1 or 2 things went against us and we didn't react to them very well. But today, when things went against us, we reacted in a really positive manner. And that's what I keep asking them to do. Every time something negative happens, let's try and turn it into a positive. And today, to come from behind twice in the game and go on and win it shows that they're kind of getting that mentality into them, and that's a really pleasing aspect for me, because it's a difficult thing to coach. You can coach skill, you can coach structure, but if they don't want to do it, you can't put that into them. That's up to each individual, and today I thought they showed some real qualities in that area.
So a performance against a side that's already beaten us in League One and looked pretty good at the beginning of the season, and we didn't put maybe a particularly good performance up. Does that set you up now for the 8s and the League One playoff?
I'd like to think so. Yeah, I think I would hope so. Like I say, I'm in that 8s, and this is no disrespect for anybody that's in there, but I don't think we'll come up against a team as good as that. So again, it could come down to that mental and mental attitude and approach to games. They are a good team in my opinion. I think they're as good as anybody we've seen. Take Toronto apart, I think they're as good as anybody in this division. Hopefully, having lost to them in the League Cup and then winning today, showing improvement. We've shown a bit of an improvement from our side, but yeah, it does spur us on. But it's important that we don't take anybody lightly. I think the big games like this are the easy, in my opinion, by playing a playing career and coaching career. These big games, these are the easy ones to get up for. The difficult ones are the teams that you're expected to beat and the teams that you're expected to win against. And those are the ones where the boys have got to be really mentally tough and really be focused on what the job in hand is. And those are the challenges in this 8 now. We've just got to be like that every week to make sure we don't slip up again.
So 2 of the games that we've lost against Oxford away and London Scholars away, it looks as though it's more that mental thing, and unfortunately in the League One play, if you're going to be playing teams that maybe some players believe that they should just turn up and win. So again, how do you get players up for that, for 3, 4, 5, 6 matches where they're playing teams that they believe that they should be.
And there's the challenge, Ian. There's the challenge, you know. And I think Oxford and London will be pretty easy because we've been beaten by those teams. So I don't think they'll need any inspiration against those teams. I think they'll go out and want to put one over on them. But yeah, this is the challenge for them now: is to, you know, how can we go to Toronto and play like we did? How can we go to Barrow and play like we did? And how can we play like we did today? And then just not turn up at London Scholars last week. You know, that's the challenge. You know, that's the thing that drives coaches mad, because you would expect players to put their heart and soul into every game they play, but clearly that hasn't always been the case this season. But you know, we've got to really take every game positively now, and not be disrespectful for teams, but really have a real culture about us where we want to win and we want to play well and we want to do ourselves proud.
We need to do a Toronto, don't we? And go into that mindset of taking on teams and making sure you're clinical. That's
a great call, Ian. Yeah, we do indeed. That's exactly the mentality we need, and put, you know, play well and put some and really build some momentum. You know, whatever's happened this year, we've got to build some momentum going into next year, and the majority of these players will remain. You know, some will go, some will stay, some new players will come in, but the bulk of the squad is what's been out there today. So you know, they've got a real chance now to consolidate and to get themselves a contract for 2018.
All right, well, thank you.
I'd just like to say, I've just really I'm not sure what's happened to Tommy really, but that's really sad on Tommy. He's had to go to hospital with his knee, so it looks pretty bad, does that? And I think he's been playing real well for us. I know he's been on loan from York, but he's certainly one of the players that we'd like to talk to about next season, so hopefully it's not too bad, but it doesn't look great.
Okay, well, thank you. Whether not as nail biting as that too many times in the future, but well done on today.
Value for money.
Yeah.
All right, mate.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks, Ian.